many words later, Wimbledon's chance comes. The chance to complete here at Selhurst Park what they started at Lennon Road last month. Has the moment passed? Are the teams still as keyed up? Have Leeds United had a chance to look at their part-time brethren with a cold, calculating look? All the support here, it seems, for the underdogs from the Southern League. Wimbledon, who already carved their name into this season's FA Cup competition. And their line-up tonight at full strength. The goalkeeper, Dickie Guy, the hero of the moment. The experience in midfield of the two 30-year-olds, Ian Cook and Dave Bassett. The goal-scoring power up front of Roger Connell and Kieran Summers. Leeds United have left out the man who missed the penalty, Peter Lorimer, and are without Gordon McQueen, who has a groin injury. The referee is Dennis Turner, who has a remarkable track record in giant killings. He was in charge of the match between Hereford and Newcastle. He was at Wrexham's victory at Southampton and Boston's draw at Derby. Now he's got Wimbledon of the Southern League against the league champions, Leeds United. And the throw to be taken again. Certainly support from Leeds. One or two of them have made the journey down from Scarborough. Here's McMahon, whose goal put out Burnley. By Uriff. And a good save by Harvey. There's Summers, number 10. And already Rice and Connell have tested David Harvey. Way by Madeley, only to Stockley. Uriff. Oh, Connell! Just a whisker away! Oh, Roger Connell could nearly have given a sensational start to this replay. Cook, who set up the chance, too cool by Uriff and Connell. Look at that. Connell, who was with Walton and Hendon, we saw him playing against Newcastle in the Cup last season. Here's Giles for Leeds. Paul Madeley of the long stride. Mackenzie. Bryant, that's not a good header, comes to Clark. Jordan is offside, he's offside. Delight going very quickly. But an example of how a poor clearance, if it arrives at Alan Clark, can mean a chance. But Jordan definitely offside. Cook. Fouled by Giles. All the height is on the left as we look. Cook in the foreground, Summers and Connell in the background. A bit shorter, away by Giles. Bryant. Edwards. Bryant again. Wimbledon prepared to play their football, even if it does at times create problems for themselves. Here's Connell. Eddie Gray to Duncan McKenzie. Another of these runs, look at that for balance. Clark, back to Bremner, Bassett across. And Dickie Guy would never have seen that. With another lovely run by Duncan McKenzie, setting up the chance. Clark forward to Bremner, Guy to meet him. Bassett. Bit of an elbow up there by Gray, up by Cook. Connell. Good shot. Took an age to get it under control, but still got his shot in. Foul by Bryant. Bit of leaning on. And too many words, apparently, from Joe Jordan. And the referee wants the free kick taken again. Suspiciously like a moving ball, but here's Gray. Madeley. Giles. Looking for Jordan. Won by Edwards, comes to Clark. Mackenzie. Clark! And the first really good stop by Dickie Guy. Mackenzie's cross. Clark there and turned away. And on Batsford, the one leaning forward, his coach, Brian Hall, to his right. Madeley there. Summers pressurising him. The skill this fellow's got is so much. He's won a free kick. He's got to become a great player. It's all there if the application will match the skill. And my personal belief is that it will. Bob Stockley checking the cover. Jeff Bryant is number 3. Jordan trying to get there. Comes to Frank Gray, who's behind them all. Clark. Oh! Well, for my money, this man has already made 2 saves, which are far better than the penalty save he made at Ellen Road. Clark, as usual, looking for the chance. Throw to Leeds. Here's Giles. Jordan coming with Clark. Mackenzie. Donaldson. Oh, he's shown too much of that. 2 on the far post. Madeley. Frank Gray. But they're certainly getting men back behind the ball, Wimbledon, when Leeds attack. But they're having their problems inside their own box. The flag is up. And the free kick to Leeds will follow. Frank Gray, 5 Leeds players in the area. Reaney. Free kick against Mann. Giles. Clark took it when Jordan was better placed. Cook timing the challenge well, and a wrestling match between Cook and Gray, for which Frank Gray will surely get booked. In fact, both of them, I think, are going into the book. Ian Cook, the longest-serving player on the Wimbledon books, and Frank Gray, whom Leeds have converted into a very promising left-back, are both getting their names taken. Stockley with the kick. Comes to Connell. Corner. tremendous support for Wimbledon. They've got more in numbers here than they would have had in their own ground at Plough Lane. Really making themselves heard, and their team giving full value and more. Summers was pushed. Harvey lost it. Rice. Connell. Bassett to plant it back, but too far. Connell as much a problem to Leeds as Clark is to Wimbledon when he's in the area. Jordan in the middle and with some room, but didn't make the most of it, but he's got a free kick. Indirect free kick, about 2 yards inside the box. Discussion going on as Jordan gets to his feet. Discussion between Billy Bremner and the referee, presumably about why not the penalty, but the infringement is the indirect free kick. That's what it turned. Probably obstruction. That's what the referee saw. Clark on the ball, Giles just to his right, Mackenzie further over. Every Wimbledon player in his own last third of the field. Here's Giles. And goal kick is the verdict. The referee was quite sure about it. Giles, difficult to say. Goes to show what a difficult job referees have. Summers. Mann. Mick Mann really getting in the action for the first time as an attacker. Foul by Donaldson. And the action is swift and fast and all over the pitch. Mackenzie moving in towards the middle. Yorath. Mackenzie. Clark. Good header, Stockley. Giles! The whistle has gone anyway for the foul on Stockley by Clark. But whether it's just a lecture or a booking, no, it's only the lecture. Gray stopped his header and he was very unceremoniously upended by Clark as he came down. Yorath did well. Jordan. Handball by Harris, by Edwards rather. Billy Edwards, Leeds wanting to get on with it. Might do better, the First Division side, to cool their own temperament a bit. And the Hopler gets in the line. Frank Gray. Corner. Another save by Dick Guy. He's chalking up a pretty impressive record. Making his 278th consecutive appearance in the Wimbledon goal tonight. Eddie Gray checking on what's behind him, the conversation with Billy Bremner. Jordan won it. Bassett. And only just over the top. Goal kick has been given. Cook, Reaney. Foul by Edwards. Jordan, variation, hit on the deck. Mackenzie. Another good tackle by Jeff Bryant. Mackenzie. Corner. Crucial moment for Wimbledon. This would be an awful time to concede a goal, but in fact the corner is not going to come. And Wimbledon of the Southern League are still on equal terms with Leeds United, the reigning league champions, and thoroughly and completely deserve to be. They've given every bit as good as they've received. If you'd have come into this ground after the kick-off, you wouldn't have known which was which. And 0-0, and they've now played a match and a half without a goal. Wimbledon all set for the start of the second half of their 9th match in this season's FA Cup competition. Who would have believed that what started at Bracknell would have gone as far as this? And this means that they're being watched by a crowd of 45,000, the biggest crowd here for 2 seasons. That in itself a great compliment. And their football has matched it and all the support they've been given. Billy Edwards' tackle. Reaney. And again the early moments are going to be a bit vital for the underdogs. Mackenzie. Reaney. Bassett. Cook and Bassett together. There's Cook. Connell. Edwards. Clark is offside. He's offside. It's not counting. The flag was up. John Bellingham of Stansted had his flag up before the shot was made. There he is as the header was knocked on. There wasn't too much, but enough to make it an illegal goal. Summers, Mann, it's out. And again a foul throw. It's having a rather tempestuous and upsetting evening, Billy Bremner. Connell, Mann, Edwards up here in attack. That's Reaney's. Just nicked it to Yareth, who's lost it to Mann. Good header away by Gray. Giles. Eddie Gray. Not a good ball Giles was given. And number 8 is Cook, and he and Selwyn Rice have changed shirts. Here's Rice now wearing number 7. Rice and Jordan, well up by Jordan. Gray with Stockley going to him, trying to show him the outside. Gray wanting to come inside. Goal kick. Typical stride of Duncan McKenzie. You can even see it from the shoulders. Roger Connell, Billy Edwards, and Dick Guy. Madeley, McKenzie took it well. Not a good run. Clark, Gray, Jordan is far post, Clark near, McKenzie between the two. Giles, oh, he got a deflection and it's gone in. Oh, what a tragic goal. Dickie Guy going one way. The shot from John Giles was certainly deflected, but Leeds are in the lead. 50 minutes gone. The ball came to Giles, and let's look and see who's the unlucky man. Looked as though it might have been Summers. And the different expressions of the scorer and the vanquished keeper. And for the first time since the opening match in the FA Cup against Bracknell, Wimbledon are a goal behind. In between times, they've scored 16. And put away Maidenhead, Wokingham, Guildford, Bath, Kettering, Burnley. And have now come up against Leeds. Rice, Edwards. 3 on the far post. He's done well, but a bit too close. And a corner. Deafening noise again at Selhurst Park. Good catch by Harvey. And Jordan going in on Connell. And the referee has got to do something about this. Originally, Harvey, in my opinion, was fouled by Connell. And Summers and Connell and Jordan all involved in the skirmish. Summers being booked. And Jordan has come way out of it. Let's have a look at that again. David Harvey's catch. And certainly Jordan went in after Summers and then got involved in the scrap with Connell. Jordan, you might say, surrounded by beards, and one of the beards has gone in the book. Kieran Summers. Got every possible facet of a cup tie, this match. The little club against the big club. The little club playing some tremendous stuff. And great fight by both sides. And not always about football. But that was purely accidental, as both players could see. Well, the referee doesn't seem to agree. And Jordan, who might well have been copped a few moments ago, gets copped now. Well, there have been enough words written about Wimbledon and Wimbledon against Leeds, and it's now making quite an entry in the referee's notebook. Donaldson. Still caught. He's got to have a crack. Oh, so easily been turned past his own goalkeeper by Frank Gray. Didn't really look with the drive to succeed there, Ian Cook. But he's got a corner from it. Connell up on the far post and coming across. McKenzie chasing Donaldson. Wimbledon trying their utmost to match Leeds United for skill, and Leeds determined to match Wimbledon for enthusiasm, firepower, guts, call it what you will. And that's why we've got such a good cup tie. Eddie Gray gets a good return. Corner conceded by Donaldson. Dave Donaldson was in the Walton side that beat Brian Clough's Brighton. Eddie Gray wants to curl it. Mackenzie waiting, and so is Madeley. Giles, Reaney letting it go. And Rice wrestling it off Mackenzie. Donaldson trying to hold up the line. Rice's head up. Bremner. Giles. Jeff Bryant had a really good half. Summers. Queue of two on the far post. That's too close to David Harvey. Wimbledon lacking the finish. And Clark in a dangerous position. Stockley with him. Here's Jordan. Well, the flag was up for offside, but he was played on. And I have a very strong feeling that would have counted. We'll see where the referee places the ball, but if he gives a goal kick, Jordan has missed the chance to write the end of the Wimbledon story. And indeed, a goal kick is the final verdict. Edwards, always trying to play football. What a good ball that's turned out to be. Mann, Stockley, the player's gone outside him. That's too long. Difference between the two sides has been in the final pass, particularly when that pass has taken the ball into the area. 4 minutes left. Donaldson's header, but Leeds come back again. Three waiting for the cross, but Leeds happy to push it around. Summers. Leeds ball. Jordan, Mackenzie, Bremner, Giles with a shooting chance. And it hit the post and came away. The goalkeeper beaten. Johnny Giles with a lot of space to move into. And the ball had beaten Dick Guy. Came back off the foot of the post. And it's a compliment to Wimbledon to say that the Leeds players have also given of their best. Madeley particularly in defence. Reaney's conceded a corner at the deck. Yes. Does it belong to fairies or to reality? Bremner calling them all back. Wimbledon pushing them all forward. What a finish. Harvey's got it. And the moment passes. But it's not. Still time for Dick Guy to chase. Oh, look at that for determination. Guy down, Wimbledon down, Bremner on his feet and surely now through to a match against Derby County in round 5. And just played within the corner. Eddie Gray. Bremner through to the end. And the end matches and which ends in defeat by the league champions. Wimbledon's story comes to an end, but they go off to tremendous applause, which is deserved even greater in this, their last defeat, than in perhaps all the success that they've had before. We came to look at them, we wondered whether they might in the finish be annihilated. We've stayed to admire the skills that have got them so far and the determination that made the league champions fight every inch of the way. Well done, Wimbledon. It's been great to watch.
Over 45,000 people paid over £30,000 to see this match tonight, and they really got their money's worth. But how unlucky it was for Wimbledon, who tried as hard as they could, but in 180 minutes against Leeds, only gave away 1 goal, and that as a result of a deflection. The unluckiest thing that can happen to a goalkeeper. Dickie Guy, their hero, is indeed a brilliant goalkeeper, but nobody can do anything about this kind of thing. The ball's going wide, it hits Dave Bassett's knee, and Guy dives across to the left, appeals to the heavens, why did this have to happen to me? But he needn't be ashamed of his performance, and neither need Dave Bassett blame himself for that happening. Really, one was interested in seeing the difference between the league champions and a non-league side from the Southern League. Up to now, Wimbledon had closed that gap, and tonight I think Leeds illustrated that there is a gap, as there should be. But Wimbledon made it very close indeed. I think the signs are that Leeds are not quite the side that they were of old. They're not balanced up front, and they don't carve out chances as they should do. Johnny Giles held them together when they may have fallen apart. So Wimbledon have got one bit of good news. They've made £34,000 out of this run, and that means it's their overdraft cleared. So they're in credit at the bank, and they can go on from there with a very, very good team indeed. Now, other good news for South London, really.
The hands of the guy who saved the penalty for Wimbledon at Leeds. Dickie Guy is with us on the big match today. A very warm welcome to this special cup tie edition of the big match, and our most welcome guest on the programme today is, of course, Dickie Guy of Wimbledon, who saved that penalty at Ellen Road and provided the FA Cup with one of its greatest upsets in years. See how Wimbledon held mighty Leeds to that draw on the programme later on. Now we come to that magic part on the programme where we can really pay tribute to Wimbledon, and particularly to their hero, goalkeeper Dickie Guy, who saved that penalty, and our guest today. And you've really got the headlines this morning, Dick, and they're pretty obvious ones as well. Great guy after that performance. Have you seen any of that yet?
I haven't seen any of it, no. Having a quiet drink in the bar when that was on.
Right, well now stand by with all the other Wimbledon fans and everybody else as well. We're going to show you a big chunk of that game between Wimbledon and Leeds yesterday, concentrating mainly, of course, on the last nail-biting minutes. We pick up the story in the second half. The commentator is Keith Macklin. The pictures come from Yorkshire Television with Wimbledon in the all-dark strip.
The long ball for Joris. Joris with a chance! The best chance to give! And what a save by Guy! Brilliant save by Guy! The hero of the afternoon, a superb save by Guy from Joris. Remember to McQueen, to Madeley, to Giles. A quick break now as Wimbledon go flying back. The blue shirts are whizzing back into defence. Greeny. Lorimer. The cross is in. Guy's ball again. A superb save by this man. Over the top of Connell. McQueen. Lorimer. For Mackenzie. He's being watched by Donaldson and Edwards. Lorimer. Gray. Oh, foul. Yes, penalty. That time, Bassett the foul. Gray went over, and Wimbledon's gallant fight in this year's FA Cup could be ended by the award of a penalty. And Dick Guy, the man who's performed heroics this afternoon, who's saved everything that's been flung at him, has the most thankless task any goalkeeper in football can have, to try to save a penalty by dead shot. Peter Lorimer, the man that could kill Wimbledon after a brave fight. Here he goes. He saved it. Dick Guy can have the freedom of Wimbledon this weekend. They could make him a freeman of the borough. All the elements of a soccer fairy story now, as Wimbledon keep out everything, including a penalty. That's a corner. And he's still being scrambled. Guy again got his body in the way. This game now developing the most frantic overtone. Leeds are throwing everything at Wimbledon, and Wimbledon will not give way. McQueen, Bremner, Giles, Lucas, Frank Ray, a chase for Lorimer, but Donaldson is there. Bremner, Lorimer, Mackenzie. No far behind the shot. The seconds tick away. Summers, 45 minutes gone. We're moving into added time. Dropping for Lucas. We're a minute and a half perhaps away from yet another fairy tale ending for Southern League Wimbledon, and they know it. They've got their heads up. They know they've only got to play for another minute or so. Then every one of the blue shirts will leap in the air with the manager Alan Batsford and the training staff will be onto the field to them. But it's still not over. And what a disaster it would be for Wimbledon if after this fight Leeds would get a go. But it might yet happen. Mr. Turner has time. He's looking at his watch now. He's looking at his watch. The time added on for the injury to Rice. Leeds haven't much time to get this goal as they go forward. This must surely be their last attack. Eddie Gray! And this time the goalkeeper couldn't do it, but a blue shirt got ahead there. We're having drama right to the last minute. Connell now for Wimbledon. Do we get a goal snatched at the other end? Summers. McQueen. Still Mr. Turner does not blow his whistle as Leeds go forward. They've time for another attack. McQueen goes forward, still going, but he must get rid of the ball to someone who can hit it. Eddie Gray taking it in the area, and again the two-man defense beats him. He beats one, but not the second. Stockley. Bremner to Mackenzie, to Eddie Gray, up for Yoris. The first time more, Mackenzie. We're in injury time, the second minute injury time. Mackenzie trying to find room for the shot. There is, now then, Giles, he can't do it. into the last minute. A penalty save and two sensational saves from the feet of Giles and from a last-minute corner. But Wimbledon have done it and take Leeds United to that Plough Lane ground on Tuesday.
What can you say to that?
It's quite a good game, wasn't it? Enjoyable.
Yeah, congratulations, Dick. That really was a tremendous performance. What about those last few minutes?
Well, it was all a blur now. I just couldn't remember him. It just recollects it for me now. I thought he blew up a bit soon, actually. It went so quickly the second half. After had nothing to do in the first half, you know. But, enjoyed it.
Would that have been the best game you've ever played in goal?
Well, I shouldn't think so, no. Probably, most important, probably, that and Burnley. We're getting more to do with these first division clubs than what we do in our league.
Yeah. What about the penalty?
Yeah, well, I decided on that last week the way to go. I mean, if Florian was going to take it, I decided to go to the right, because I thought he'd blast it, which he didn't do very well.
No. Well, here we are coming up now. He normally does blast it. He'd obviously changed his mind.
Yeah.
And you'd planned when to dive?
I decided last week.
Last week. There we are. And then he doesn't hit it the way he normally does, so it's a quick reflex by you, really, Dickie, isn't it? You can't find words, can you?
It's very difficult now, yeah. I was choked when they got the penalty, though. We defended so well during the game in the second half.
Yeah.
We got it then. I thought, Christ, not now.
Yeah, but I thought it was a legitimate penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Seeing it again today.
I didn't see it yesterday. I was just watching the ball, but watching it on the box here.
Yeah.
It was a penalty, yeah.
And you could never have thought you were going to save one from Lorimer, who...
It's a dream, isn't it?
Isn't it? Absolutely.
In a cup side like this, it is, yeah.
What about you personally? You've been at Wimbledon, what, 8 seasons now, haven't you?
8 seasons, yeah.
Had you never really thought about professional football?
Yeah, I've thought about it, but not many clubs have.
But is it something that would still appeal to you, maybe?
Yeah, I'd be interested, yeah. I would be, I suppose.
So if anybody's watching, not that Alan Batson was very pleased about that. Were you a bit disappointed with Leeds yesterday?
Yeah, well, I thought, well, I had more to do at Burnley, actually, than we did at Leeds. The first half, I didn't have a shot. The second half, I had a bit to do at the end, you know. But you tightened up the midfield on them, Bremner and Giles, you know, that was the main object for us. And the two midfield guys done really well for us, Selwyn Rice and Harry Bassett. And Selwyn's got a bad gash on his leg now, 3-inch gash.
Yeah, that was a tackle with Billy Bremner.
Yeah.
In fact, nothing showed really on television.
No, he didn't go down. No, he didn't go down straight away.
No. Is he going to be fit for the replay?
The physio thinks he's got a chance, but it's a bad cut, you know, so we have to see what happens.
What about this replay on Tuesday? I think most cynics would say, well, Wimbledon have had their moment, and that it could well be Leeds 1-0 or 2-0 or something down at Plough Lane.
Yeah, well, I fancy us now strongly. And Brian Clough said we've got 2 chances at Leeds. There was no chance and a dog's chance, so we've got a good chance now. Let's cut the odds down.
And what about you now? You go to work presumably tomorrow, and do you go to work on Tuesday as well?
On Tuesday, yeah.
But for how long? Until just before the match starts?
Yeah, a few hours before the game, yeah.
Gets your mind up, isn't it?
If we can get in the ground, that is, yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people wanting to get down there. What do you think about Wimbledon? It's a well-organised club, obviously.
It is, yeah. It's a more professional outlook this season. You know, since got the new manager. And things are really clicking. Got a good side, good setup now, good coach. Everything's going well.
What about Alan Batsford? What does he bring to the club?
Well, he's a nice fella. He knows the game inside out. And the coach, Brian Hall, is really good, you know. They've done it all before, giant players before, aren't they? Hersham.
Who are the fellas that particularly... I mean, the defence obviously played well yesterday, but who else?
Yeah, if I single anybody out now, I should get a bit of stick when I get down to Monday night. The back four are really good, really play well. And the midfield too, but you can't say anyone really, because the 2 front guys are coming back working for us all the time. So everybody playing well.
Of all the saves you made there yesterday, I mean, obviously the penalty one was the most important, but which was the best save in your book?
Yareth, I think, when he came through. I think he should have scored there. He had so much time because he left I think he left Jeff Bryant about a yard behind him.
Been quite a weekend for you, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's not finished yet.
No, it hasn't. No, you had a dinner last night, did you, up in Leeds?
In Leeds, yeah. And bed about 3 o'clock this morning, up at 6 for this.
I know, we were very grateful for that as well.
Yeah.
And what's for the rest of the day now?
Bed, I think, this afternoon.
Bed this afternoon after you've got back from the studio. Dickie Guy, thank you very much for coming in today. It's, I think, restored a lot of people's faith in the game, and it's lovely to see a side like Wimbledon do it. You must have been a bit sick to see that Leatherhead couldn't equal it.
Yeah, I was a bit upset. I thought they'd done it in the second half. They said they're winning 2-0. I thought that was it. Still, had a good run.
Dick, thank you for that early morning rise in Leeds and coming down all the way from the motorway to join us today. Thanks a lot. Pleasure to have him on our programme. And that is it for today. Another great Cup weekend is behind us. We shall be in business again next weekend, of course, with On the Ball in World of Sport and the big match next Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Well, on the big match today, we've had a couple of the real upsets, with Wimbledon and Swindon both holding out away from home against First Division opposition. And that's where we pay our final tribute today to the men who did it, Peter Easter, whose goal brought joy to Swindon, and Dickie Guy, whose penalty save gave a new meaning in sport to the word Wimbledon. Calling Tommy Taylor into the scene, and then losing the ball out as Moss now takes it up for Swindon. He's got Anderson in the middle and Easto. And it'll come now for Peter Easto. Yes, Easto is equalised.
And Dick Guy, the man who's performed heroics this afternoon, who's saved everything that's been flung at him, has the most thankless task any goalkeeper in football can have. To try to save a penalty by dead shot, Peter Lorimer, the man that could kill Wimbledon after a brave fight. Here he goes, he saved it!
So you see